What's going on, everybody? It's Scotty Hobbs. Happy Friday morning. I just want to hop on here today for all of you beautiful people to share a little bit about my life. And I want you guys to ask questions in the comments below this video so I can be able to help and serve you guys today, because that is living my purpose and my calling. So as you hop on this video, let us know who you are, where you're from, and post any comments that you have in the comments below. And I will come back. If I don't catch the comment during this live call, I will come back personally and answer the questions that are on this thread, because I believe in you. And I believe there's something great, and you're destined for something great in your life because you're on this video with me today. So I'm thinking back a lot about my life, and I call this video People Don't Move Products. And I think about my entire life and the course of the past 35 years of my life. And I always, since I was a little boy, believed I was destined for something great, that I was going to do something great and magnificent and amazing with my life. Now, that changed over the course of times when depending on what hobbies and what things I was interested in. And one of the big ones, I wanted to be a professional baseball player. I wanted to be out there inspiring people, bringing people joy, letting them watch the game, because that brought me joy. And I looked to those people as heroes, as someone that was disciplined and working hard and doing something that they loved with their life. So I always had these big dreams of doing something great with my life. And you know, the way things turned out, I had early in my life, I suffered from poor self-esteem, and we won't go into details about why that was the case, but I did throughout my life. And I believe that you can have two ideas about your life. The things of your life can either make you or break you. And I believe a lot of the things in my life broke me down in ways, but a lot of them made me who I am today. So I would not go back and change anything about my life, because it's made me who I am today. It gave me that natural drive that I have. And one of my great mentors calls it the DNA. It's a determined natural ambition. So if you are on this call and you believe you have this DNA, this determined natural ambition, I want you guys to let me know what some of the goals and dreams that you had were. You know, my first one was being a pro baseball player, and then I dreamed of being a musician that inspired people through music and traveled the world bringing people that music. So thinking about these, like, I always knew something would be great for me, but it never was happening. I was never picked to be that person, to develop in that area and of what I felt were my talents. And as I grew up throughout my life, and I think about it, that always was with me. I always knew I was going to be great, do something great with my life, but I always had this thing in my mind, this script that I told myself, the story that I told myself that's maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm not cut out for it. But in the back of my mind, there was this feeling, you're going to do something great. And I remember just thinking, like, how do I get there? How do I get there? Why is this not happening for me? Why not me? Like, why am I failing at this, or why did this happen to me where I got thrown off the path of baseball? And it wasn't until I began to see people with Team Beachbody living a life that they loved through health and fitness that I watched these stories. I watched people get on stage. I watched people share their transformation and share their stories on stage. And I said to myself, why not me? And when I made that switch of why not me, everything changed for me in my life, moving forward from that decision, from that one. You know, there's that time in your life when there's a line. And that was the line for me when I said, why not me? I remember sitting in my cubicle, and you guys have heard me tell the story about April 11th, 2011, 18 days after my third daughter was born. I had done Beachbody programs for an entire year. I loved them, but I would let these fears of failing at all these other things that I believed I could be good at hold me back from starting, from actually signing up to become a coach. I loved the programs. I was helping people with it, but I just wouldn't take that leap because I was afraid of failing at something once again. But it was that day, I remember, my third daughter was just barely born, 3 weeks, and we've got these doctor bills, as you guys have heard me tell, and I was scared. I was scared that I didn't know how to pay these bills. I didn't know how many hours I would have to take on extra on top of the already 12 hours I was working. And at that time, I also was like, do I send my wife back to work? Does she need a better job? How much is the babysitter for 3 kids versus 2 kids? And so those fears of not knowing how to take care of my family became greater than the fears that were holding me back from becoming a coach with Beachbody. But the thing that I think also triggered it in that moment for me when I said, why not me, is I remember hopping on my break on Facebook and seeing a ton of pictures of people on this cruise ship in the Caribbean doing workouts with Tony Horton and P90X, And they were enjoying life, doing something they love and enjoying life and fulfilled. And here I am worried and stressed out and not knowing how to pay the bills. And that day I said, why not me? I've always known I was to be great at something and going to do something great with my life. This is it. Why not me? And that decision I made to go all in with this business. And here's the problem I see with many people in a business. And I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about when you sit down with somebody to share your business, your opportunity, or your product with somebody. Too many people, I believe, I see it, go out and they have these scripts. And I believe scripts are good to help you learn, but they go out and they just talk and talk and talk, and they spend 15 minutes talking and they don't hear anything. And what happens is the minute you open your mouth and start talking, a prospect, a friend will immediately put up a wall and a door and shut you out because they're thinking in their mind, okay, what's he going to pitch me? What is he going to try to sell me? And then your door's shut, and you can get through still, but it's going to be a lot harder. So when you sit down with somebody, don't tell them your story. Sit down with them and ask them questions. Sit down with them. A great leader will ask questions. Sit down and ask them what they need. Ask them what their goals and ambitions are. The problem is many of the people that you talk to, 9 out of 10, have great goals, ambitions, dreams, and things they want to accomplish with their life. And they're not there, and they do not know how to get there, and they cannot see how to get there from their job. So your job is to sit down and ask them questions. What do you want out of your life? What are the big dreams you had? When you were getting out of high school, what did you want to do with your life? Tell me about that. What was that going to feel like? And tell me what it would be like to live that life. And then ask them, when they tell you these dreams and ambitions and goals, and you ask them questions and you listen to this, and then you ask them, do you have a way to get there? Do you have a plan to get there? Do you know how you're going to get there? Do you know how long it's going to take you to get there? And most of the time, these people don't know how to get there. So if you're watching this video right now, I know this isn't a back and forth conversation between me and you right now, but what are your goals and dreams? What are the things that you wanted to do with your life? The things that you always wanted to do. I want you to comment below with those and let us know what those are. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to read every single one of those because that's what excites me, to see somebody have something that they're excited about. And then once you figure that out, I'm excited for you. I want you guys to know that I believe in you, and I know there's a way for you to get there. I know there's a way for you to accomplish those goals and dreams, okay? So that's what you're going to do when you sit down and talk to somebody. Don't think down, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to listen to somebody. Learn to ask them the questions so you can get out of them what they need. Guys, I want you guys to understand something many of you guys don't know. I had about 30 Beachbody coaches try to recruit me to their business before I became a Beachbody coach. And I put up an immediate 10-foot steel reinforced wall against these people. Because they were sending me links and they were sending me copy and pasted scripts, and some of them were the exact same. And then one person asked me questions. Do you enjoy your job? What does your wife do? What does your family do? Did you imagine your life having your wife work at night? Is that what she wanted? And she asked me all those questions. And she heard my story and realized that that's not what I dreamed of in my life. And she pulled that DNA, that determined natural ambition out of my life, out of me, and brought it back to the surface. And she said, I believe this is the answer for you. Okay, guys, so that's what I want you guys to understand. And now, your role as a coach, as a Beachbody coach, as a mentor, as a distributor for your product or whatever it is to listen to your people, find out what they need, and I don't sell products, I deliver hope to people. I deliver hope into people's lives once again. I breathe hope into people's lives. And what I want you guys to know is that we let you guys know a little bit of the background, and I guess I'll throw in the Beachbody income disclaimer. Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income. It's up to each individual person's hard work, diligence, and effort. But over the past 6 years, I've been able to watch our team grow into 45,000 people across the USA and Canada. I've been able to travel all across the country and sit down and speak to these people and share my story into their life and listen to their story. But one of the things I want you guys to understand, I want you guys to notice, when I'm in New York City in April, you're going to notice I'm not up there in the beginning just speaking. I'm going to have my opportunity to share, but I'm going to walk through that crowd and I'm going to ask people their story. I'm going to ask, how did you get involved with Beachbody? How much weight have you lost? What's your story? And I want you guys to know that's what a good leader does. So as we move into this and help you guys understand this aspect of I'll call it recruiting, is sitting down, asking what people need in their life, and then saying, do you have a way to get there? And then show them the way. And that's where you come in and you get to show them the way and share your story with them. But what I want you guys to know is these 45,000 people that we have on our team, these people don't just move products. Because people don't move products. And I heard this from one of my mentors. Moved people move products. Okay? So what that means is you have to be emotionally moved and driven for something greater in your life. And I want you guys to know that this is going to be the biggest thing that I can leave for you guys. I want you guys to write this down on a whiteboard, on a sticky note, and put it on your computer, because this is where I see so many people falling off, quitting, jumping to the next shiny thing, is because they make it about them. They make it about them. And this is not about you. Being in a business like this is not about you. And I'm not going to say I've been perfect at that. I've been lost for seasons of my journey. And I can admit to that and be able to say that freely. But this is not about you. Okay? This is not about you. This is about other people. Like right now, if you're watching this video, I bet you can imagine, and I think it's important to see this on some level. You can picture yourself walking across stage in New Orleans at the Coach Summit. Or you can picture yourself earning the New Leader Conference. You can picture yourself walking away from your job or being able to pay off your credit card and do these things. And that's great, but if that's all it is, you're going to quit when it gets hard. Because it's only about you. You have got to realize that this business is about other people. There's going to be no greater joy than you sitting at the Beachbody Coach Summit and watching your people walk across stage, watching your friends walk across there, winning the Beachbody Challenge, losing the most weight, or having the best story. It's going to be your people walking across as a 5-star Diamond Elite coach. You're going to, in that instance, you are going to need a box of tissue. You are going to need, I've been able to witness it, and I'm trying to compose myself here. I've been able to witness and watch my coaches, our team, walk across stage as Success Club All-Stars, as, I'm going to put this on there, I don't like to talk about this, but I've watched 2 of my personally sponsored coaches walk across stage at Beachbody Coach Summit as $1 million earners with Beachbody. Because of their hard work and effort, but that is what this is about, guys. It's not about you achieving those things. It's about other people. That's what's rewarding about this business. And what I want you guys to understand is you can't think about a sell or is this person quitting, or is this person going MIA, is this person postponing their Shakeology. And what I want you guys to understand is that this is something that's a calling in your life. When I sit down with somebody and they say, I'm going to give it a shot for 6 months, I'm going to give it a shot for a year, see if it works for me, I just tell them, you might as well not sign up in this business, because this is not for you if you already have an exit strategy. When I came into this was a calling for me. This was a calling in my life to breathe hope into people's lives, to help them realize that they can accomplish the dreams and goals that they always had in their life. And so when I sit down with someone, they say, I'm thinking maybe I'll give this a year. If it doesn't work for me, I'm out. You might as well not get started right now, because you've already got one foot out the door. And that's one thing about me, is I decided from day one that I'm all in. I'm called to this. When you have a calling, it's not something that you can deny. And as you move forward, you decide, is this a calling for you? And you push forward every single day. That way, it changes the game completely for you when you're prospecting or you're inviting people. Because you don't care if they say yes to you or they say no to you, like the 20 no's I get for every one yes. Because it's not about me when they tell me no. It's about them and their life, what they're going through. That no has nothing to do with me. It's about them and what they're going through in their life. So when it's not about you, and it's about them, you can know that when you sit down with that person and you ask them what they wanted in their life, you pull those dreams, because they put those dreams in a trunk and they've hidden them in their attic. And the thing about you, if you can go in there and you can help bring them out, it doesn't matter if they join you or they don't join you. You've breathed some hope into that person. They can go out and find something and do something better with their life. And if you've done that, you've bettered the world. And that's what my calling is. And that's why it doesn't matter to me. Yes, it hurts me a little bit. That doesn't matter to me if somebody leaves my business to do something else. It doesn't matter to me if someone is one of my best friends says, I'm going to do this, and then they don't do it. Because As long as I can come into their life and I can bring something out of them that's going to improve their life, I've done something great. So as you guys think about that, remember, you have got to move forward. And if this is your calling, you're not going to move products, and your team's not going to move products unless you're moved. You're moved emotionally, and you're going to be moved emotionally by knowing the stories of these people, knowing that there's something better out there for them and for you. And then you help these people. You've heard it before. You help enough people get what they want in their life, you're going to get what you want in your life. But it's got to be about them. It's not about you. So I love you guys. Remember, people don't move products. People that are moved move products. I love you guys. Have an incredible Friday, and I'm excited to be here and read back through those comments to be able to help any of you guys. Love you guys. See you later. Please share this message if it helps somebody else, and I'll see you guys at the Success Club trip in Dominican Republic, and then later in Summit in Nashville, not Nashville, New Orleans. See you guys later.